what a task! Judge is Angel Reese.
Permanent ban on Angel Reese, or rising star.
Angel Reese. Just a short time ago, her name was buzzing across the basketball world. Known for her fierce attitude, her commanding presence on the court, and her incredible talent, she was poised to become the face of the WNBA. Everyone knew Angel Reese was special, not just because of her ability to play the game, but because of her unapologetic confidence and the swagger that came with it. She was on top of the world, and the future seemed brighter than ever. But now the conversation around Angel Reese is much darker. She's been banned from the WNBA, not for a bad game or a poor season, but for something far more serious: steroid use. Yes, steroids. And as if that wasn't shocking enough, the Chicago Sky, one of the WNBA's top teams, has filed a lawsuit against her. They're claiming that her alleged use of performance-enhancing drugs directly impacted their season, that it essentially cost them their shot at the playoffs. It's not just a scandal, it's a bombshell. Angel Reese, the queen of the WNBA, has fallen, and it's happening in real time. But how did this happen? How did someone like Angel, with all her natural talent and potential, find herself at the center of such a huge controversy? Was she really using steroids? Or is this all a calculated effort to bring her down? To understand how we got here, we need to look back at one of the fiercest rivalries in women's basketball, Angel Reese versus Caitlin Clark. Because this story, it's not just about steroids. It's about two stars, two futures, and one bitter competition. The moment the news hit that Angel Reese was being accused of using steroids, the sports world exploded. It wasn't just a rumor whispered behind closed doors. It wasn't something that could be brushed off or ignored. This was serious. The Chicago Sky didn't pull any punches. They filed a lawsuit against Reese, accusing her of cheating. According to them, she'd used performance-enhancing drugs during key games, and because of that, they lost their shot at making it to the playoffs. But it wasn't just the Chicago Sky that were feeling the effects. The entire WNBA was shaken. A scandal this big, this unprecedented, was bound to have massive consequences, and the fact that it involved Angel Reese, one of the league's most high-profile players, made it all the more explosive. The lawsuit wasn't vague. It was detailed and specific, accusing Reese of steroid use during crucial matchups that could have changed the trajectory of the Chicago Sky's season. The team claimed that her enhanced abilities on the court were directly responsible for their losses. In a league that prides itself on fair play and sportsmanship, these allegations were devastating. And if you're wondering why a team would go so far as to file a lawsuit against a player, the answer is simple: they believe they were cheated. The Chicago Sky weren't just upset about losing, they were furious because they believed those losses were the result of Reese's illegal actions. But the question that kept coming up was this: why? Why would Angel Reese, someone who already had so much talent, resort to steroids? Why would she take that kind of risk? The answer might lie in the intense rivalry that had been brewing between her and Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark. That name has been lighting up headlines for all the right reasons. She's the young phenom who took the WNBA by storm, shattering records and earning praise from fans, analysts, and players alike. As a rookie, she didn't just play well, she dominated. And she did it with grace, poise, and a work ethic that left everyone in awe. But while Clark was breaking records, Angel Reese was having a much harder time. Reese, who had once been the undisputed star of women's basketball, was now facing a new reality. She wasn't the only star in the WNBA anymore. Caitlin Clark was stealing the spotlight, and every time the two faced off, it was clear that Clark was coming out on top. For Angel Reese, this wasn't just a rivalry, it was personal. The comparisons between her and Clark were everywhere. Social media, sports talk shows, even casual conversations among fans. And those comparisons weren't flattering for Reese. While Clark was being celebrated for her hard work and talent, Reese was being criticized for her inconsistency on the court. The pressure was building. Reese had always been known for her confidence, for her ability to talk trash and back it up with her performance. But now, with Clark constantly outshining her, that confidence started to waver. And with each passing game, Reese's frustration grew. Rumors started circulating that Reese had turned to performance-enhancing drugs to level the playing field. Fans and analysts alike noticed that her performances seemed to fluctuate wildly. One game, she'd be unstoppable, dominating the court with ease. The next, she'd struggle to score even a few points. And then, there was the wrist injury, a mysterious injury that seemed to heal faster than expected, raising even more eyebrows. Was Angel Reese really using steroids to keep up with Caitlin Clark? Or was this all just speculation, fueled by jealousy and frustration? The Chicago Sky certainly believed there was more to the story, and they were willing to take it to court. The Chicago Sky didn't hold back. They filed a lawsuit claiming that Angel Reese's steroid use had directly impacted their season. In their eyes, Reese's cheating had robbed them of a fair chance at the playoffs, and they weren't about to let her get away with it. This wasn't just a minor accusation, this was a full-blown legal battle. The Chicago Sky's lawsuit laid out a detailed account of how they believed Reese had used steroids to enhance her performance, specifically during games that had playoff implications. According to the team, Reese's actions weren't just a violation of league rules, they were a violation of the trust that every player, coach, and fan places in the integrity of the game. For Reese, the lawsuit was a nightmare. If the accusations were proven true, it wouldn't just mean the end of her season, it could mean the end of her career. A ban from the WNBA would be catastrophic for someone like Angel Reese, who had built her entire identity around being a professional athlete. And even if she managed to fight the lawsuit and clear her name, the damage to her reputation would be nearly impossible to repair. But the legal battle wasn't just about Angel Reese. It had the potential to affect the entire WNBA. The league, which had worked so hard to build its reputation, was now facing one of the biggest scandals in its history. The WNBA has always prided itself on being a league that stands for integrity, for hard work, for athletes who play for the love of the game. And over the years, the league has been working tirelessly to grow its fan base, to prove that it can stand shoulder to shoulder with other professional sports leagues. But now, with this scandal hanging over its head, the WNBA's reputation is in jeopardy. Fans are questioning whether they can trust the league, sponsors are getting nervous, and the media is having a field day with the story. For the WNBA, this is more than just a scandal, it's a crisis. The league is at a crossroads. If the Chicago Sky's lawsuit succeeds, it could have far-reaching consequences for the WNBA as a whole. The league will need to do some serious damage control to maintain its credibility, and that won't be easy. But for Angel Reese, the stakes are even higher. Her career, her legacy, everything she's worked for, it's all on the line. And as the legal drama continues to unfold, it's becoming clear that the fallout from this scandal will be felt for years to come. Angel Reese isn't one to shy away from controversy. Throughout her career, she's been outspoken about issues that go beyond basketball issues like gender inequality, racial bias in sports, and the way Black athletes are treated by the media. And now, as the steroid allegations swirl around her, Reese is taking a stand. In her defense, Reese has claimed that this isn't about steroids, it's about her identity as a Black athlete in a league that, according to her, favors white players like Caitlin Clark. She's argued that the media and the WNBA have treated her unfairly, scrutinizing her every move while giving players like Clark a free pass. Reese has always been vocal about the challenges Black athletes face, and now she's framing this scandal as part of a larger conversation about race and representation in sports. She's claimed that the lawsuit and the steroid accusations are an attempt to silence her, to push her out of the spotlight because she doesn't fit the mold of what the WNBA wants its stars to look like. It's a bold defense, and it's one that has resonated with many of her fans. But at the end of the day, the question remains, did Angel Reese use steroids? And if she did, no amount of racial discourse will change the fact that she's facing serious allegations. So what's the truth? Did Angel Reese really use steroids? Or is this all just a desperate attempt to take her down? The evidence is still murky, but the rumors have been swirling for... So, what's the truth? Did Angel Reese really use steroids, or is this all just a desperate attempt to take her down? The evidence is still murky, but the rumors have been swirling for months. Her sudden improvement after her wrist injury, her erratic performances, and the timing of the lawsuit, it all feels a little too convenient. But without hard proof, it's impossible to say for sure. It's entirely possible that Reese is innocent, that she's being unfairly targeted because of her outspoken personality and her refusal to conform. Or maybe, just maybe, there's some truth to the allegations. One thing's for sure, though. Whether or not she used steroids, Angel Reese's career will never be the same. The mere accusation has already tainted her legacy, and even if she's cleared of all charges, she'll always be associated with this scandal. The future of Angel Reese's career is uncertain. If the allegations are proven true, her time in the WNBA is over. No redemption arc, no comeback, just the end of a once promising career. But if she can clear her name, if she can fight the lawsuit and prove that she didn't cheat, this scandal might just become a footnote in her story. Either way, the fallout from this scandal will be felt for years to come. Not just for Angel Reese, but for the entire WNBA. The league will need to rebuild its reputation, and Reese? She'll need to prove that she's more than just a headline. Angel Reese's story is one of triumph and controversy, of brilliance and scandal. Whether or not the steroid allegations are true, her career will never be the same. This scandal has rocked the WNBA to its core, and the repercussions are only just beginning. If you want to stay updated on everything happening with Angel Reese and the WNBA, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. This story is far from over, and we'll be here to bring you every twist and turn as it unfolds.